Emergency Broadcast, Crimson Alert, Chapter 11. So, this is the end of my story. How about that? Look, I'll be level with you. I was a fucking idiot through all of this. I barely understand any of what happened next. What I do know is this. I survived. Not everyone else did. It was so surreal. Granddad was there, and he was shining. His skin, it was made of light. When he spoke, he was so calm, so peaceful, so serene. It was beautiful. Don't worry, Michael, he told me. I'll handle this. Then he turned to Hillel. So, he said, you came here and tried to get my grandson raped and killed? You, Hillel snarled, his shimmering eyes turning red with hatred. How dare you? Oh, don't give me that, you hypocrite. Granddad spat, taking a few steps forward. Hillel backed away. There it is, Granddad said. For all your power, in the face of the Lord, you are helpless. There is nothing you can do that would make me abandon my grandson. Nothing at all. Now the time has come for you to get what's yours. Hillel snarled and lunged forward, punching my granddad across the face again and again and again. Granddad staggered under each blow, then grabbed a fist. Hillel growled when my granddad tightened his fist, then roared when he was punched in the stomach. Come on, Granddad said. You pathetic worm, is that the best you can do? Then one of the walls exploded, and in came the same tank I had seen earlier in the night. Riding on it was Cain, who smiled when he saw Haman. Agagite, he said, jumping off the tank. I am here. Haman was gone, though. I couldn't see him anymore. And then I heard it. The rattling of the chains. I looked up to see them moving of their own accord, descending from the ceiling like snakes, and slashing into the people nearby. Men, women, children, elderly. Screams of pain, horror, and sorrow filled the warehouse. People were running and screaming. I lost sight of Jenny. I stood up, ducking under the chains when I caught sight of Rosie, dangling upside down from one of the chains, blood dripping from her face. No, I said. No. Then I heard Jenny scream and turned to see her near the fire pit. She was being dragged up the platform by Haman. I immediately began running towards her, only for something to slice my tendon. I screamed and fell to the ground. A chain was in my tendon, yanking me backward. No, no, no! Then there was an explosive roar that deafened my ears. The tank had fired, and Hillel screamed. I heard my granddad laughing as a chain went limp and began crawling towards Jenny and Haman. It was futile, but I had to at least try. I wasn't the one who saved Jenny, though. It was Cain. He seemed to come out of nowhere, turban falling off his head to reveal a burning mark. Haman only had a second to react before Cain grabbed him by the shoulders and lifted him into the air with ease. He threw him into the fire pit. Haman screamed while Cain watched. The pain in my leg was unbearable, not to mention my rib was acting up now. I couldn't hold myself together. I was on the verge of blacking out. This whole night had been too much. Then I felt something lifting me up from the ground. Granddad. Don't worry, Michael, he said. Everything will be fine now. It's going to be okay. I turned to see Hillel, his skin completely on fire, chains coiling around his arms. Then they were taut. His eyes widened before he screamed in 1,000 voices and was dragged backward by the chains. His body entered the decrepit corpse of the woman he emerged from, struggling to maintain a grip on this world. Back to nothing with you, Granddad spat. Back to hell. That was when I blacked out. I know, anticlimactic, but I'd been through so much that night. My rib and tendon were broken. I had bruises on and in my body. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. The first thing I wanted to do was find Jenny. Well, I didn't. She sent me a message. She couldn't stay with me anymore. She wanted some time alone after what had happened. That time became forever. And honestly, I'm fine with that. Sometimes I think about her and the kid she has. I hope she kept it and gave birth. I hope she's happy. You guys think I would go after her? Yeah, I know, but the things I saw on that night, when they say that a crimson alert never ends, they aren't speaking literally. My nightmares are always reliving that hellish night. I'm unable to even look at other people without thinking about if they would rape and kill someone just to save their own skin. The other day, I was at a coffee shop when I ran into one of the people who had accepted Hilal's offer. It was surreal. See, Oh, he said quietly. You were there, right? I glared at him. Look, he continued. I had to do it, you know? I have a family. They couldn't live without... Fuck off, I told him, and left the coffee shop. I'm going to die today. Stuff like that, and the military making him stay silent on what happened. God damn, I can't bear it anymore. There's nobody I can talk to about this. How do you explain this series of events? So many people I knew died on that night. So much death and chaos, everywhere, never ending. Always in my nightmares. I can't escape. A crimson alert never ends. I know I shouldn't do this, but God forgive me, I can't live anymore. If there's one good thing about what I'm about to do, it's this. I'll get to see my granddad again.